The Monstrous Playbook is an adventure podcast for grown-ups. It contains violence and profanity and deals with adult themes that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Specific content warnings can be found in the episode's show notes. Listener discretion is advised.
This is not only your world. You are not only yourself. These are the players, but this is no game.
I'm Miah, and I play Sutton Malone.
I'm Drew, and I play Robert V. Slaughter.
I'm Lauren, and I play Jack Harrow.
I'm Jonny, and I play literally everybody else. This is Channels. So I believe then that the very last thing that had happened was now you are all in the game, Kings of Bolera. Gree, the book, had said that he knows where to find the boy.
Do we want to talk about level up?
Yes. Let's talk about what happened in between him saying that and now. You have changed.
So Jack leveled up, and she took a move from another playbook, and I decided to take the connect the dots move from the flake, which allows me to basically, if I roll at the beginning of every mystery, and depending on how well I roll, I can ask a certain amount of questions about the larger events and mysteries going on, because in my real life, I have just started a conspiracy board, so I figured I might as well have an in-universe reason for it too.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I took.
Do you want to, because I would let you at this point, do you want to roll that?
Yes, I would love to.
That will be what we call a pre-mystery roll.
7. So I get just one hold.
Okay.
I also leveled up. Sutton also levels up. And I also took a move from another playbook. I took Challenging Fate from the Doomed playbook. It's not an official playbook, but it's fun and we like to break the rules. So when I challenge the gods, or whatever might be pulling the strings, I can roll weird. And depending on how I roll, I may be able to ask questions from a list. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to be fine.
And I do think, because you had asked offline, that move is pretty open-ended about when you challenge the gods or whoever's in charge. It was like, who would that be in this game? And I think it's fun and useful to answer the question that it will depend on where you do it. That in the game, Bolera does have a pantheon, the names of some of which may sound familiar to longtime listeners. And outside the game, there's something else that I don't want to talk too much about yet. I expect that you'll use it without having to know that like whenever you are literally challenging fate, literally going, this was bullshit, I would consider that to be challenging fate. Just consider the gods to be me, and that'll be a good shorthand.
Yeah, whenever I think this is unfair, then I'll challenge the god, aka Jonny.
Okay. Now then, let us return to Kings of Bolera. What are you guys doing?
We're following Gree, I believe.
I think Gree had said, like, I know something. I know where to go.
I know where the boy is.
All right, where's the boy?
Yeah.
He will direct you to check your maps.
Unfurl scroll.
Yep, unfurl scroll. And then an area off to the west towards a river that runs through Adzaland they call the Rivenmere. On the far western bank of the Rivenmere is a region they call the War-Torn Steppes. You don't have to worry about that yet. But on this side of the river, that's where the tower is. A new thing shows up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know how maps will have like things that are larger out of proportions to say this is where that is? It's a hand-drawn depiction of a large, ornate vertical tower and a second one that is fallen and wrecked. The tower that is still standing is called the Tourist Magi.
The Tourist Magi?
Tourist, Turris. It's the Tower of Magi, but it's in Latin.
Yeah. This is where the kid is?
I don't know why he's there, but yes.
How do you know?
Because I'm connected to the very fountains of knowledge.
Right. So do you know who has him? Since you're all-knowing and knowledgeable and connected to this fountain of knowledge?
Roll manipulate someone.
8.
This is mean, but so is he.
Uh-huh.
I will reveal all of my knowledge to you when you cast a spell successfully in my presence.
Well, we're going to be waiting for a while. All right.
Is that for everybody? Could I cast a spell?
The book will turn at you and be like, well, I don't belong to you.
Oh. I can do cool tricks with my fingers.
The book tilts to the side as though intrigued. Can you now?
Yeah, watch this.
What do you...
I'm going to cast a healing spell on him for no
Cute.
reason.
Roll use magic.
He doesn't deserve it.
But what if it goes bad, Lauren, and then it actually hurts him?
Continue.
Damn it.
Can I help out?
Do you want to help out to punish? You want to help out to try to make sure it goes bad?
I mean, I do have a fire spell.
Well, I got a 9.
That's not that bad.
No, I want it to be bad.
Do you want to roll use magic?
I want it to be worse.
Well, 9 is a mixed success. Pick a glitch.
When it says it has a problematic side effect.
Jonny gets to choose.
No. Is it for me or is it for the person I'm casting it on?
Unclear.
That's not up to you.
Yeah.
That's up to me.
Damn it.
But that's also what makes it so much fun.
All right, well, the effect is weakened because I don't trust Jonny right now.
Yeah, now you're getting it. So yeah, you go with your fingers. He spins a couple of times and floats up like Mario or something, because I've been playing a lot of Super Mario Galaxy. And then it comes back to hover and it's like, well, keep working on it. His answer would be the same for you, which is that I don't have a deal with either of you.
We're wasting time. Maybe we should see if we can get some transportation to get to this tourist magi. Where are we, like, in the world right now? Like, where did we appear? Are we in Stromfara?
We're outside of the Hilton half.
We're in Stromfara.
Yeah, because that's where Robert and I were going.
Yes, you are right in front of the vampire hunter's house, as I recall.
Okay. Is there like a stables or anything in this town that we can get some rides to go quickly?
Certainly. It's a road town.
Yeah.
Would you rather get, like, passage on a carriage or just get, like, some horses for all of you that you could ride?
I mean, how many of us have ridden a horse before?
In real life or in game?
In game.
Both.
Nope.
I mean, I think Jack is of the party that we should just get our own horses, because if we are on a carriage, people are going to ask us questions about what we're doing. Might have to pick up other people. We're going to travel faster if we take our own horses.
Well, I've never ridden a horse before, but I'll try it.
I bet you'll be a natural, Robert.
We could double up.
That too.
That'd be a pretty big horse.
I'm sure they've got him here.
Watch, they only have ponies.
Do we want to start at the general store?
Do they have horses there?
I
Dainty Polly?
don't know, but they were nice enough.
It could be a stable just outside of town.
Or they could point us to a stable.
Yeah, sure. We can go to the general store.
Is the Tower of Magi, is it in the capital region, the wastes, the borderlands, the Warrenter Steeps?
The war-torn steppes, you mean?
Yep.
Steepies.
Yeah, where is it? Is it in a city anywhere, or a region that we are familiar with?
So it is off near the banks of the river that forms a natural border between Adzalan to the east, Paget to the north, and the war-torn steppes to the west, which I believe I had said there's an area called the Borderlands far off in the east, in the southeast of the map.
Yep,
Okay.
to the east of the capital.
So I think it's the capital region forms sort of the central area of Adzaland. It's on the southwestern edge of that, near the east bank of the Rivenmere.
I can't wait to mispronounce all of this.
Yeah, I guess we'll try to go talk to Dainty Polly to see if we can get directions to maybe where a stable is, or if she has any advice on getting transport.
Okay. So you'll walk in, and I think she won't really look up from what she's doing, but she will be like, "Oh, back again, are we?"
Yeah, we're looking to get some transport out of town. Is there like a stables or something you can tell us where to go?
Roll manipulate someone.
9.
Would anyone like to help out?
Yeah. Oh. Oof. Oh. Wow, I leveled up.
Oh boy.
I should
That's
probably
good.
level up twice with how bad that was. I got 2.
Ooh.
Or actually, sorry, with my 4 technically, I guess. So,
Oof.
yeah, bad. But hey, I leveled up, so let's go.
There you go.
Classic good
good.
news, bad news. I'm going to say with those 2 rolls, I think that they will say, well, you can try your luck with the King's stables, or 2 strong horses belong to one of my cousins. Could get you a deal.
Oh, she's trying to sell us horses.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she only has 2. You could do lapsies.
Lapsies on horses.
By the way, Jonny, I leveled up, so I'm adding +1 to charm.
Excellent. A taste of things to come.
I mean, I'm guessing the king's horses they might be more expensive, and also they might not like somebody that looks like me. Because I look like a thief.
That's true.
Okay, 2 horses, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose they might not like the looks of all 3 of you. And she'll sort of gesture to her teeth and to her ears.
Oh.
I'm sure they'll like me. Gives a nice wink.
If you could hook us up with some horses, we'd appreciate it. Don't even need them for long, just renting them for a bit.
I'm not going to shout, but she would. And she'll very calmly go to the side wall of her store, gently throw open the windows, and stick a head out and go, Hartwig, bring Sawtooth and Saddleburn.
Sawtooth and
I will
Saddleburn.
not. Don't want to sit on Saddleburn.
Before too long, I'm just going to cut to you are introduced to a very dumb-looking lumberjacky type where he has a thick button-down shirt and coveralls with one strap off. And he comes drawing these 2 horses. One of them looks huge and mean, and like you could swear there's a glint of red in his eyes. And the other one seems to, you know what? The other one is fully licking the road.
Is that one eating rocks?
Oh, he's cleaning the way. Can't have a dirty street in Stromfara. He's touched in the head, but he's a nice old boy. He goes to pet the horse, and the horse that's licking the ground immediately just chomps on his hand. He winks at you, Robert, and goes, "No teeth."
Oh my.
I think Jack will brush the head of the one that's licking the ground, I guess.
He'll turn his head and chomp on your forearm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll just kind of like pat him in between his nose. And then the other mean-looking one, I'll kind of just stare him down. Right. Give him back the same energy. All right, guys. What are the seating arrangements?
Remind me again. I'm elf.
So you are an elven court mage who appears to be in his mid to late 30s. Jack is an elven thief, and Sutton is a human paladin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sutton's probably going to have to go solo with all that armor and everything.
Yeah. All right, Robert. Hop on.
Yoo-hoo!
Are you guys going on Saddleburn? I don't mind attempting Sawtooth. I'm guessing the mean one is Sawtooth.
The mean one is Sawtooth.
I don't mind. It has Sutton ridden many horses before or ever? I think Jack has quite a bit, so I think she's probably more comfortable with the temperamental horse. So I'm willing to also do that if you want to do that.
Because I was going to maybe attempt to intimidate it, but I'm up for whatever.
Intimidate Sawtooth?
Yeah.
You can do, yeah, go for it. Maybe you can use your... Actually, no, you can't use, I was going to say, can you use your...
Dark negotiator?
Negotiator with it, but I don't know if that works. It's a monster of a horse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do have a +2 to charm, so I also have that going for me.
And who's going to try to ride Saddleburn?
If Sutton is planning on taking Sawtooth, then I guess Robert and I will take Saddleburn.
But who will be taking the reins?
Me.
Okay.
Not me.
Delightful. Then, yeah, I would like to manipulate someone to roll from Jack and from Sutton.
10.
Do you need some help?
That's a 5.
Oof.
Excellent. So, Jack and Robert, you slowly move to get onto the horse. And as you begin to climb up, you find that it's just like you are just on the horse.
Mm-hmm. We just skipped the animation.
Yep, the animation just automatically, literally, yes.
They couldn't afford that animation when they were making the game.
Yeah, it's like getting on a Mount in Valheim or something. Sutton, I think what it makes sense to do is you get on Sawtooth and he just runs. You are sprinting through this town. Crosswise is on the northeastern edge, I think, on the river, and you are riding down the main drag at top speed.
I'm like, okay, Robert, get on. Oh, yeah.
Go, 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 go. Sutton on Sawtooth is sprinting through town. People are dodging out of the way, and whatever the contents of their baskets are flying all over the place. I think somebody will stumble out of the Hilton Haft with 2 big tankards, and then will, like, as though in slow motion, be like, "What's that?" and turn, and then it's just 2 huge tankards full of ale just splash onto the street.
I imagine that this is going to be a thing that continually happens. This one guy is going to be coming out of the bar like every once in a while with 2 tankards, and he's going to lose them.
It's going to be your My Cabbages.
Yeah, my cabbages. And I think as we're like trying to chase after like Sutton, like Jack is like shouting over her shoulder because Robert, did you say that you haven't rode horses before?
Robert is holding on for dear life because he's assuming you're going to be going.
Yeah, I am. But I think she's like shouting over her shoulder like how to like the basics of riding a horse. She's like, you need to grip it with your knees, like on the sides, and like just hold on tight.
Robert's squeezing you for dear life.
Yeah, okay, you can. Fine.
I want to also be clear.
Yeah.
All of the tips that you are giving are not necessary because like,
we're in a video game?
Yes. And that like, Robert, your body has automatically adapted to how to properly ride a horse. Your legs are even bouncing up and down as though your feet are stuck into stirrups, which of course they are not because Jack's aren't.
It's like if we're Legos and you lock the person into a Lego horse
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you move that, they're stuck.
As I'm like realizing this, I'm like, oh, wait, okay, never mind. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, from the waist up, you're totally mobile and ambulatory. But as you try to go forward, the horse does instead.
Jack is going to try to see if she can close the distance between them and Sutton and maybe try to like help calm the horse.
I'm going to call that act under pressure, and I want Robert to help out.
How many rocks is Saddleburn currently eating?
There is, and I can't remember what the reference is or what thing it was, but it's like there's like a Looney Tunes thing where there's a dumb horse. When Saddleburn runs, his big dumb tongue like flaps around out of his mouth to one side. And his eyes are like big and crazy, and he's so excited to be running.
10 for act under pressure.
I got a 9.
Let me ask you this, Robert, how would you help out? I know I did just push you into doing it, but like, what would you be doing to try to help?
I imagine that the only thing I could really do... Are we acting under pressure to catch up, or have we caught up?
Kind of both. Like, I'm thinking that you could help out by like helping to try to make Saddleburn go faster. You could help out by like, once you get close enough to Sawtooth, like trying to reach out or trying to yell something to stop the horse, or like the intention is to catch up with and stop Sawtooth. How would you help out doing that?
If I'm going the route of helping out once Jack has gotten Saddleburn up to Sawtooth, I'm thinking some sort of, if I can reach out. No, I was thinking like reaching out to the horse and like trying to calm it as we're riding, but I don't know. If not that, just speaking some calm words to Sawtooth.
You know what? You got a mixed success, and I really like you reaching out. You reach out to calm Sawtooth, and your consequence, because of mixed success, means you get in trouble. The sleeve of your robe gets caught in Sawtooth's saddle.
Lovely.
So you are in between these 2 horses as they are both running.
Oh my god.
Beginning to slow down, but only beginning. Sutton, are you able to try to take control of your horse?
I mean, I am attempting to. Are you asking me if I'm able to do it?
I am asking you, what would you like to try to do to slow this horse down? These horses, ideally at the same pace, because Robert is attached to both of them just now.
She is, I think, screaming like, slow down! Stop! Fuck! Stop! And just pulling up on the reins.
That sounds like act under pressure to me.
That's gonna be an 8.
Worse outcome or difficult choice. Either you're hitting the road or Robert is.
Oh, I am.
So Sutton pulls on the reins, Sawtooth skids, and Saddleburn, perhaps like as though inspired by his very best friend in the world, does the same. And like they dig their hooves into the dirt road, throwing up a big mound of dirt and throwing off Sutton, who lands with a crash 15 feet in front of this horse, just thrown as though through the windshield.
Try and sit. Get up.
You all right over there?
You know, they don't call him Sawtooth because he's soft. And a bunch of people chuckle. Robert, you can decide, do you want to climb over to Sawtooth or do you want to free yourself from the saddle and sit back up on Saddleburn?
I'm freeing myself. I'm not sitting on that thing.
All right.
Sutton is going to dust herself off and walk over to the horse. And I think she is going to grab onto either side of the reins, like facing the horse so that she is face to face. Can you look a horse? Yeah, you can look a horse, like in the eyes from straight on.
Not really, actually.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Their eyes are actually like on the sides of their heads. Yeah.
Yeah. Sutton will meet one of Sawtooth's eyes. Now, listen here, you bastard. We're just going to be together for a few hours. If you behave well, maybe you'll get an apple at the end of this. Okay?
Someone calls from one of the windows, sure, who's boss, Sawtooth?
Sutton will flash a bit of her sharp teeth at Sawtooth.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll manipulate someone.
10.
Sawtooth blinks, sort of whinnies. I like the idea that at the sight of your sharp teeth, you've got your hands about his head. He'll like push his head affectionately into your open hand, like a dog.
You're a weird fucking horse. Jack, are we gonna be running straight toward this tower, or are we gonna walk a little bit?
You need a walk?
Just for a little bit. You can ride.
Well, we can walk for a bit, but we probably don't want to waste too much time.
I agree.
I'd like to get going as soon as possible. I'm sure Nathaniel's, he's probably having some fun, but we gotta go get him.
I agree.
Yeah, walk it off for a few minutes, and then we gotta get going.
Yeah, Sutton will walk Sawtooth a bit, and then maybe when we get to the outskirts of this town, get on Sawtooth, pat him on the shoulder or the neck. This gonna go better this time?
I'm going to just narrate this, that yes, you will sort of like walk and maybe limp a little out of town. Robert clinging tenaciously about Jack's middle motorcycle style. Once you get out into, yes, the outskirts where the stone houses fully give way to huts of mud, sticks, and straw, Sutton climbs onto Sawtooth, and this time he lets you. And you will ride then. The road you are on is kind of, if not the main road in this country, certainly one of them. So it's well trod and well, not paved, but well cleared. Even as you're going through forests, there's quite a lot of clearing between you and any trees, so you can ride side by side. You get out of that, and then you're in sort of just a large green expanse. The next thing that you would see is you would ride past, but not through, a really fancy looking town. It sort of feels like almost a theme park version of a palace town, where the center is a mansion house that is decked out to look as though it is a palace. This is Goldwater. And then there's like a scaled down version of a palace town where there's just fewer rings of what appear to be shops and modest homes. But you keep going on. Yeah, I'm not going to make us do D&D shit where we'll have to roll at night or whatever. I think you also find that you aren't getting tired as the sun goes down. The sun begins to rise. You note that the gentle green hills of yesterday's ride are giving way to flat plains and that telltale yellow of dead, dry grass. As the land slopes downward ahead of you, you can see off in the distance this huge tower. It is gleaming white. And I don't think you can tell from this distance exactly how high it is, but just the fact that you can see it from this far away, it's fucking high. At the top, there does seem to be a cone spire that juts out a ways, and you can see like the black hatching of narrow windows all the way around, as though that's where they would watch out for approaching riders.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want your approach to be? What do you want to know as you approach?
Is it just a singular tower? Like, besides the one that you mentioned that is fallen, are there any other buildings or things about? Is it a solitary building?
I'm going to say Sutton, go ahead and read a bad situation.
That's going to be a 9. I want to ask, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
I'm going to be very nice and give you 2 answers to that. The first is that spaced around kind of equidistantly, you can see a series of small like guardhouses, I guess, that there's sort of little broad shacks a very long ways away. There's another one A very long ways away from that, there's another one. There are these, like, as you get closer, you can kind of tell that they're like circling the tower. And they too, the guardhouses themselves are made of dull brick, but the roofs are all whitewashed a similar gleaming white.
The roofs are white?
Yes. As you get closer still, far off from this first tower is what at first appears like, I don't know, an oddly shaped gigantic arch, but you put together pretty quickly that this is the base of the fallen tower. And there's odd movement on it, things that appear human-sized, but almost certainly aren't human, sort of patrolling about over there.
So like those guardhouses, are there, you say there are guards as well, or just there's guardhouses, that's all we see?
There's guardhouses. I think the closer you get, you can see that, yes, there are guards outside that are probably dressed similarly to Sutton, with the like much better and better kept armor than you have, but the same style of armor with a clean white tabard that has a vertical spire on the front and as their livery.
But a different emblem?
Yep, yours is the sort of shining sun, theirs is a vertical tower. Anyone else? Things you want to know or things you want to make as part of your approach?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jack is also kind of just like inspecting the area to see if there is a place that, like, if shit hits the fan, that they can retreat to, like maybe a way to get into the tower easily. Just kind of like looking around that.
Roll a read about situation.
After this one is done, I like to do an oops.
Excellent.
I rolled 13.
Okay.
She's a sharp lady. So I can ask 3 questions. So I think, what's my best way in? I'll ask that.
Peacefully and with respect.
Okay. I'll ask, what's the biggest threat?
Whatever's in the fallen tower.
I think before I spend my next hold, I want to kind of ask Gree, and I'll be like, well, we are approaching the tower. Do you know which one Nathaniel is in? Hopefully the upright one.
Are you using that as your question, or are you just wanting information from him?
I'm asking him that question.
Okay, that makes sense.
I have a different question that I want to use like as my hold, but I'm just asking Gree, like, now that we've gotten closer, does he know, like, is Nathaniel in one of these other ones?
Well, he's in the standing one, blessings to Grundle. He's in the healthy one.
Yeah, I remember Grundle. This is the same pantheon that was from Blades of Brickwall.
Yes, it is. And Robert, you will find and be able to collect. I'm also trying to look up to make sure that I have the right word, because I don't know that I do.
Explain it. Use your words.
Do you know a lot about old-timey weaponry and armor sets like your cousins do?
For the most part. What are you looking for?
Is it called a tabard, the thing that's just like a single sheet of cloth over the front of a set of armor?
I believe so, yeah.
Then you are able to find a discarded white spire guard tabard. Just the cloth.
Just the cloth, not the actual tabard?
Not the armor.
Okay, thank you.
Sutton would share the information that she noticed with Robert and Jack. Does your book know what the vertical tower means? Symbolizes?
I mean, I kind of assume it's that big vertical tower that's in the distance. The Magi.
More symbolizes the mages within.
Yeah.
Is there a name for this group?
The Magi within. There are those who call them the Reach, but I wouldn't use that term inside if I were you.
I think our best approach forward is to try to get through this peacefully. There's lots of guards here. We should try our best to appease them and gain their respect if possible.
Gree, is having this emblem on myself going to be a problem? I gesture to the rising sun. Also, what does this symbolize? Do you know?
Roll investigate a mystery.
9. Can Gree tell me what the emblem on myself means and stands for? Should I take this off?
As long as you don't accuse anyone of being a heretic, you should be just fine.
Okay.
That is the icon of the Golden Rider, Aresh. Sort of god of the sunlight, if you will.
All right, so we're good with me leaving this on.
Well, I wouldn't put on the other one and impersonate someone if I were you.
This is like the same tabard that they are wearing, though, the guards.
The one that Robert just found, yes.
We could try to return it to them as a show of, like, good faith, perhaps.
I like that idea.
You can do with it what you will.
Yeah, we can, I guess return it. Was this tabard just laying on the ground? No skeleton or...
And you said it was tattered, or...
Like, is there stab wounds on it or blood? Or...
What's the condition?
It's frayed at the edges.
Okay. Just trying to, I don't want to... Maybe they might think that we did this to somebody.
I mean, I guess, or hold on to it for a future adventure. It's your choice.
But if we hide it and they find it, they're going to be upset. They're probably going to want to search us.
I don't know.
I'm fine with showing it to them. Yeah.
You never know.
If we want to go talk to Nathaniel, we're gonna have to go talk to them regardless. So either we bring this tabard here and we try to get a little bit of good faith with them, or we leave it here and we tell them where they can find it. But either way, I think we're going to have a conversation with them. And I feel like telling them that they can go find something seems like we could be trying to spring a trap. So I'm more inclined to go with the first one.
Works for me.
Shall we?
The question is who's going to take the tabard? I think it should be either Robert or Sutton that has it.
I think for a couple of reasons, it has to be Robert.
I was going to say, because since he's a mage.
I'll do it. Yeah, let's do it. Are we all going together? All three of us? Okay.
I think so. As we kind of approach, we'll kind of wave as if we're hailing them.
You will be also waved down by a helmeted guard with a long spear, the point of which is absurdly polished. Like, none of the guards that you've seen have had metal this gleaming. It is either never used or polished nearly constantly, or both. We're not expecting guests.
Well, we were walking around and we found this tabard. It looks like we all wearing. Except for a little dirtier. Do you recognize it?
You'll squint at it for a second. For so much fun, I want you to roll manipulate someone.
That is 12.
Excellent.
He's just so charming.
My dashing flips hair over shoulder.
He'll call over his shoulder and be like, "Oi, Tristan, this handsome elf has found our deserter's gear." Also helmeted, but much more round-faced guard will poke his head around. "What is it, a spear or a sword?" And he'll gesture for you to hand him the tabard.
Well, here you go.
He'll hold it up to the light, and then poke a finger through where the heart would have been. And there's just this tiny, you didn't even see it, imperceptible hole in it. And he'll laugh again, and he'll look back over his shoulder at the other guy. "Neither. Arrow." And they both crack up. And then he plops down onto a little box that he's got there that is set up just for the purpose, and goes, "Right, who'll you be then?"
"Well, my name's Robert." Robert's not used to introducing himself like a mage or like someone in noble.
You haven't the garb of a road mage. Are you here to enroll?
Oh, it depends on the program.
A student and his guards, perhaps?
These two?
Actually, hoping to find a young protege of ours. Goes by the name Nathaniel. Have you seen anyone by that name? As a young boy?
No magelings by that name, but, well, you've done me a good turn, and goodness knows that Throm could use all the help he can get. What with the turmoil in the tower.
What's going on with the tower?
Swordling full of piss and vinegar comes up, starts spouting all kinds of things about the future, things he knows, things he's sure is going to happen. Well, Throm doesn't take kindly to divination, especially from us sword folk.
You say Throm?
Throm, Throm.
And that's like the mage in the tower guy?
Threw him in the Fengsel cube next to old Dexus, he did.
I'm sorry, what does that mean?
The portly one behind him will be like, "They're in jail."
Ah.
But he wiggles his fingers, magic jail.
Could we speak to Throm?
They exchange a look.
Or someone who could help us find our companion?
Aye, there'll be someone you can talk to.
Well, who?
So ominous.
Robert, roll plus charm.
That'd be a 9.
Okay.
Can I help out since I'm also
Sure.
asking? I rolled an 8. Who's in magical jail? I'm confused.
Yeah, there was a lot of names thrown about.
The sword folk fella who came spouting prophecies. Not usually the type who comes to the mage tower. He came talking about things that he said were gonna happen. And Throm didn't like it, so he threw him in the Fengsel cube. And old Dexus, Dexus.
And what do you... sorry, just a human. What do you mean by sword folk? Like a fighter or warrior?
He's going to gesture with an open hand at Robert and be like, just not one of him.
Not an elf? Not a mage?
Bingo bango.
Glad we could talk transparent.
I think he just means somebody wielding a sword.
Yeah. They have different ways of talking about those kinds of people around here.
I'm picking up on that.
So, you said we could go speak to somebody inside?
You can talk to Ragna, captain of the Mage's Guard. Tristan chuckles. You might also run into Ringlet. Tristan chuckles again. She's a member of the council. This first guy can't help but snort as well.
Ragna or Ringlet?
Aye.
Right. Okay.
If a kid came wandering in here, who would most likely see to where that kid goes? Ranga or Ringlet?
They exchange another look. If there was a child in the Split River, he'd either be food for Grundle or he'd be the charge of the mother nurse.
Okay, different question. The things that are in the fallen tower, friend or foe?
He'll squint. Who did you say you were again?
Well, my name is Sutton, and I'm not from around here.
We're just concerned citizens trying to find our young prodigy, like we mentioned.
We came from the capital region.
Tristan will sort of hobble around and be like, City folk. And then he'll go up and lean on the other guy's shoulder and go, there's nothing in the Fallen Star Tower.
I think Jack will kind of catch Sutton's eye and just like shake her head imperceptibly, like don't press further.
Oh, it must have been the sun glaring off the top.
Must have been the wind.
must have been the sun glaring off the top of my horse's head.
The Riven Mere can play tricks on city folk.
Yeah, that must have been what it was. Do you have a place that we could hitch up our horses for some water and feed?
That sounds like a request. Why don't you roll manipulate someone?
11.
Excellent.
But I do want to remind Lauren also that you and I, because we both rolled read a bad situation, that we get a +1 ongoing if we act on the information that we found.
Okay.
That is true.
So I guess that technically makes that a 12.
I'll allow it. And I think he'll like wave Tristan off and be like, some water and a veg for the horse and perhaps a bone for the four-legged beast. And he'll like look impressed at Sawtooth and then up at you and nod.
Scratch Sawtooth's shoulder.
Excellent. Yeah, Tristan will bring out a couple of buckets of water and real dry looking carrots.
Do we want to leave the horses here or bring them? I don't know if we can bring them to the tower.
I don't think they can go in the tower.
I just don't know if we can bring them closer or not.
It's fine.
Okay.
We're not too far off.
Okay.
Right? It's not that far from the tower.
It pleases me so much to imagine that you guys are having this discussion and the one who'd been talking is like, oh sure, bring horses to the Tower of Magi. Sure. You have any cats or bundles of dirt you want to bring as well?
No, we'll be good. Thanks for the help. We'll head in and we'll go see if maybe Ragna can point us in the right direction. I think as we're walking in, I'm going to say to Sutton and Robert, wild theory here. I think that sword guy is probably Nathaniel, spouting stuff about the future. I just think he doesn't look like a kid because he probably has an in-game avatar that makes him look like some adventure, just like how you look like a 30-year-old, Robert.
Hey, I look pretty good, though.
Yeah, I figured that out after I asked about a kid.
So it sounds like he's probably locked up in jail. So we can either try to convince them to let this kid out of the jail, or we try to break him out. What are you guys thinking?
I mean, it looks like there's more of them than us, so breaking out would be hard.
I don't see the harm in talking to him. We've been doing it so far.
All right. Why don't you guys, we'll start there and see what happens.
The walk from the guardhouse to the tower is not a short one. It's just an annoying, 15, 20 minutes or something. I think you probably see some of the other more distant guardhouses. You can see, the glint of some spy glasses being, looking at you warily. And then, as you approach, there's, Oh, I like this very much. The entire surface of this tower, as you approach, you can see it had looked like it was just a single piece of white stone, but you can see as you get very close, the thin shadows of what would be whitewashed mortar in between large white bricks, but it still looks to be completely smooth from base all the way up to probably 4 or 5 stories up, where there's the first ring of archer's windows. But then as you get within like maybe 25 feet, as though it was slid around and rotated at the base, a huge metal double door slides around the surface of the base of the tower and comes to rest right in front of you. And then you hear a thunk, and it opens out. A huge woman with sticking up shock of blue-black hair, the sides and back completely shaved, dressed like a barbarian warrior. Fur on her pauldrons and steel greaves, and then just gauntlets on her arms. The rest of her massive muscular arms covered in monochrome snaking purple tattoos.
Nice.
And she comes out, a huge, probably 2-handed axe across her back in a hilt or whatever, in a
sheath.
Yes, there you go. Across her back. And she crosses her arms as she looks at you, and she sees Robert, and she goes, "Student."
Hi.
She squints. This is not the response she was expecting.
Robert's just like in awe.
A bit old for a neophyte. You're different. And she's going to walk up to you and like fully invade your personal space and like be looking you up and down.
Just Robert's?
Just Robert.
You like what you see?
She's like looking at your robes and being like, "Can you even cast?"
Yeah. I can cast whatever you want.
"These are child's robes." And she's like looking at your ears. "Are you even past your first half century?"
Well, I'm about 70 years old.
She's going to look, I think, particularly at Sutton, but also at Jack, and her shoulders fall, which makes her armor clank. And she's being like, "Is this another bloody prank?"
No prank.
Had many pranks.
She'll gesture up at the tower. "The entire damned thing is a prank. Oh, illiterate Ragnar, go and be the captain of the Mage's Guard. Hardy bloody har." She spits on the ground.
We don't want to waste your time at all, but we are looking for someone that got away from us. We're hoping that maybe you've seen him or have him.
Roll manipulate someone.
That's a 10.
She's going to look over her shoulder at the tower, take a half step towards you, Sutton, and be like, "Are you with their," she makes sarcastic air quotes, "prophet?"
With is kind of a hard... It's not how we would describe it. We kind of look after him if he's who we think he is.
Well, he definitely needs looking after.
Did he give you a name? I mean, all we got was a sword folk fella spouting prophecies. We'd gladly take him out of your hands if that would make your life easier.
You would do me the service of removing Nathtar the Destroyer.
Nathtar.
I'll bring him out myself.
I can grant you audience, but he's in the Fengsel Cube.
Yeah, we heard. Are we able to remove him from the cube and we can take him away?
3 to condemn, 2 to redeem. How are you in politicking? Then she'll like walk into the tower and beckon over her shoulder for you to follow.
Question: how far is the second tower from where we are right now? And can I see it?
I'm going to say probably like half a mile.
I'm wondering if I could maybe investigate a mystery and see if I see those shapes again?
Yep.
Those figures? Cool, I don't. That was a 3.
Yeah, you're starting to wonder if that guard at the guardhouse was right. Maybe there's nothing in the Fallen Star Tower.
Guess we follow inside.
So you guys are going to be brought in, and you will get a lot of looks, but no one will mess with you because you're with Ragnar, the captain of the Mage's Guard, and they're all scared of her. So she'll take you into the sort of receiving hall, the foyer, if you will, and right away you're pretty sure that you could judge like the area of the interior of this tower, and it's a lot bigger than it kind of should be. So you go in, and inside in the front, it's mostly more of those guards with the spire tabards. The deeper you get in, the more the ratio flips between them, and down here, it's musty looking gray mage robes. Some of them look like they might even literally be made out of burlap. And then Ragna will start bringing you up flights of stairs. And as you go up these circular flights of stairs, you can sort of catch a glimpse into some of the rooms on some of the different floors. And mostly it's rooms of study. Some of them have actual classrooms with lectures being given by people, some of whom have brightly colored robes, some of whom who have deep dark ones. No one's robes are white. And then you'll be brought up to a spot where she will like press a brick in the wall, and some of the wall will slide away, and then you'll be brought into what's clearly a jail. The lower ranking young jailers just wave her through, and then you are brought to a massive chamber that is completely dark except for the thinly illuminated like blue surface of a cube that is probably 20 feet by 20 feet by 20 feet. Inside, sitting on a very shitty chair, is an old man with like a great big beard, and he has an all-white robe, the bottom of which is filthy. And he is staring with wonder at a strapping 28-year-old town guard with the light studded leather armor, the tabard that has the crossed axes of Gory the Axe King. The one striking thing about him is that all of his hair sticks straight up, and he's kind of talking, he's not making eye contact with the old man, and then being like, and I think you catch him kind of just saying like, well, I mean, I just know because like I found out. The old man is like, then you've glimpsed the edges of the truth. I mean, I knew what was going to happen, and I thought if I warned him, then he could take some steps to stop it. And yet your revelation of the prophecy caused it to come true. Fascinating. Yeah, it's totally fascinating. And then this guard looks up and sees you guys, and his eyes go wide, and he stands up and runs into this glowing wall, which with a ringing clang bounces him back, and then he gets his bearings for a second. Oh, hey guys, and he points at himself. It's me, it's Nathaniel.
Nathtar.
Nathaniel, my boy.
The Destroyer.
The old man will go, you said your name was Nathtar.
Miah, we are recording this before we head to Gen Con. What do you think the odds are that we got COVID again?
High. Unfortunately, I think it might be high.
I feel it's at least 50%. Like it's very high odds. There's a lot of people that go to Gen Con.
To be fair, I did try to get a COVID test or a COVID shot, but because of our age group, we are not eligible until the fall. So the real big middle finger to me and us youngins.
Fuck you especially.
Only the old can get it now, right now.
Yeah. You know, I hope we're wrong. And at the time that we're listening to this, that everybody is well rested, we are hydrated, and we can be enjoying our summer. But before we can do all of that, we of course have some announcements and reminders that we need to get through. So Miah, why don't you tell people what's coming up?
Yeah, so buckle up. I got a little bit of a spiel to give to everyone. But first things first, we've had a couple of new listeners join us for this new campaign. Hello, and thank you for joining us on channels. We wanted to do a quick refresher on what you get when you join our Patreon. Did you know that we have a Patreon? We have a Patreon. We have 3 different tiers. Our first tier is the Daily Tuba Intern at $3 a month. And what are you going to get with this tier? Well, you'll get a shout out on the show. It's going to happen here in the intermission, right here.
Right now.
You also get an exclusive Monstrous Playbook sticker and a little thank you card for subscribing and being a supporter. And you get access to all of our monthly blooper reels that are created by Lauren, the amazing Lauren. These bloopers are awesome. Our next tier, for $10 a month, you become an ears agent. You'll be able to unlock bonus content every month, like new mysteries, one-shots, and other RPG systems. And we also do some NPC backstory episodes. Plus, you'll get our Welcome to Their postcard series, as well as digital access to music from the show. And finally, you can join the Invisible Family tier at $25 a month. You'll get everything that I've mentioned from the other tiers, plus a digital download of the Invisible Family Book 1 that was written by our very own Jonny. You also get a chance to vote on future bonus content, as well as get quarterly merch surprises sent straight to you. Going the extra mile and subscribing to our Patreon really supports our show with the extra costs of production and editing. And finally, after my whole spiel there on Patreon, in about 2 weeks, we'll be back with an episode of Channels on August 26th. Now to some reminders.
As always, if you'd like to support the show, there are a couple of great ways you can do that. Miah already mentioned a big one by supporting us on Patreon. That's a huge, huge help, and we seriously appreciate everybody who is already supporting us over there. You guys are amazing. But there are some other things that you guys can do too. You can leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your listening platform of choice is. And telling your friends about us is huge. One of the best ways to help our show get found by new people is for you guys to talk about it. You can also follow us on social media at Monsters Playbook. We are on Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and Tumblr. We do have a merch store and a Ko-fi page as well if you want to support us over there. And one of the best things you can do is also come join our Discord server, where you can hang out with us when we talk about the game. We share, stuff about other games that we've got going on. We share pictures of our cats. We do recommendations, all sorts of things. These links and more can be found in our Direct Me profile, which is in this episode's show notes.
Now, our promo for this week is for Bad Heroes. They are a Pathfinder 1E comedy adventure podcast about a group of unlucky heroes forced to hunt deadly curses for the villainous ruler of a realm bound to hell. Let's take a listen.
Hey, I'm Dre Silvertooth, and I'm a GM. You should absolutely come listen to our podcast, because I have the best heroes. They're hunting curses for the Queen of Vire, and it's going great.
I got 5 hit points.
I have a plan.
Is it to write my eulogy?
They make really good choices.
Oh God, why did I do that?
It's all according to plan. Textbook success.
How do you cram a werewolf through a 1.5-foot diameter ring?
Creatively.
Okay, so maybe not textbook.
Try to remain calm.
Fine. They are bad heroes. I have very bad heroes on my podcast. But they are hilarious. Come check us out at badheroescast.com or find Bad Heroes wherever you get your podcasts.
You can find out more about Bad Heroes on their website at badheroescast.com, which we have linked in this episode's show notes. Be sure to check them out on your social media platform of choice and wherever you get your podcasts. And with that, let's get back to the episode.
So you've happened upon an old man, like old Nathaniel, behind this thing, pointing at himself, saying, "It's Nathaniel." That might make Ragna's eyebrows go up and look at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
False names? False prophecies?
Nathaniel is one of his many names. Isn't that right, Nathtar?
He flexes his arms, goes, grrr.
Yeah, we know him by Nathaniel, but others know him by the Destroyer.
Nathaniel.
Nate.
So many names. I feel like over her shoulder, she's like, Ixnay on the Destroyer.
What do we need to do to get him out of your hair and into ours?
The old man will lean back from the edge of his seat where he had been quizzing Nathaniel, link his hands over his belly. "Well, you'll have to get on Throm's good side or get one of the other council majors on yours."
Right.
Okay.
And then Nathaniel's going to be like, oh, but you probably won't be able to do that because Throm has like a whole big plan and it's like bad, like really bad. Like he's pretty much the reason that the Stalkers come into this region.
Hey.
What? Yeah?
Let's talk about this later.
The old man is like, oh, we could talk about it now?
No, thanks.
And Jack just makes eye contact with Nathaniel and just does the zip it motion like.
Robert's looking at him just like.
He will look right at Robert to be like, okay, what should I do though? Because like he's telling me to keep talking and they're telling me to not.
Well, let's worry about the talking and once we get you out of there. Can't do much while you're in there, pal.
Okay, that's true. There's like a reasonable way to get me out and then there's like a weird way, but I can't remember what the second one is. And the first one's actually pretty hard.
I think, and Sutton's going to turn to Ragna. Would you mind introducing us to Ringlet? We were told that we could speak to her. The guards that we met when we came here mentioned that council member.
Nathaniel also will be like, oh, shoot, I meant to meet her too. She's the best one.
You mean to roll manipulate someone?
You know what I'm going to do, Sutton, yeah.
10.
Well, you've certainly picked the right one to be your first introduction.
Great.
Oh, how rude do I want him to be? Kind of rude. The old man inside will gesture at Jack and Sutton and be like, especially you two.
Okay, old man.
You watch what you're saying, Sonny.
You don't know, you haven't been. Look at you in your child's robes. What are you, 35?
Hey, I'm probably older than you.
He's older than he appears, and he's not the only one.
Yeah, and he's also the like smartest guy in the world.
That's my boy.
Can we meet Ringlet, please?
I think I'm going to cut to the four of you, you three and Ragna, standing sort of in the back of a tiered lecture hall. Notably, exclusively among her students are people in the like really gross looking drab burlap gray. And in the front of this, there is a dark-skinned woman. The first thing that you would notice is that her hair is pulled back into a tight ponytail, but at the ponytail, it explodes up and out into a light brown afro about as big as her head. I think the other thing that notable about her, she has like half moon glasses about her neck. She's wearing a chunky, dull brown amulet in the shape of, no, yeah, it's clear. It's a wagon wheel.
Cool. What color robes is she wearing?
White.
Is this the first white-robed person besides Daxus?
Besides the man in the Fangsel cube, yes.
Interesting.
What color are my robes?
Your robes, I've been imagining this whole time as blue and yellow.
Have I seen anybody else with my color robes? I swear to God.
You know what I'm going to say.
As you're walking down the hall, you see a kindergarten class with kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Aww.
I've been wondering, like, why do everybody keep saying I'm wearing kids' robe? They fit an adult male.
Yeah, there is like someone teaching it with a forest green robe, and then, yes, surrounded by toddlers in robes your color. The lecture she is giving is, as far as you can tell, the thing that I think surprises all of you is how well you can understand it. She's talking about like farming and the water cycle, real ass normal science, but with occasional notes about magic just augmenting it or something, or ways that she's decided that these forces are the same forces that power magic, but just different kind of. It's like, the main thing is that you are surprised that she is talking about something that you understand at all. It should be fake. It should be all weird, esoteric runes and shit, but it's not. And then as she sort of gets to the end of it, there is an extremely beautiful single metallic tone. And I think probably a whole third of this class groans that they are upset that class is over, but nonetheless, they roll up their scrolls and start like chattering with each other, and a few of them walk past the woman at the front and offer their compliments, and then they file out and Ragna leads you up, and this woman looks at you and blinks a couple of times and takes off her half moon glasses and is like, are you a new student? And his rough and tumble guards. Friends of the prophet, ma'am. Oh, I see. Horrible misunderstanding that.
We're trying to get him out of your hair. and we were told that we should speak to a council member.
Is there anything you can do to help us out?
Well, technically, I suppose, though I should admit to you up front that I am one of the ones who voted to put him in there.
On what charges?
Heretical prophecy, of course.
And who says it's heresy? You? Or what's his name? Throm?
Well, the facts on their face say it's heresy, but yes, Thrum was the loudest voice, I suppose. The first to vote, you must assume.
And what exactly was he spouting this heresy? What was the lie?
He claimed that there are stalkers in the Fallen Star Tower who are immune to magic.
I'm sorry. I'm still playing catch up. What are stalkers?
Don't be ashamed. It's all very complicated for blade people.
What are stalkers?
Her eyes will light up at the chance to explain things, and she will pick up a piece of colored chalk and go right to the board and start drawing and writing things. You can think of stalkers as the world's most pure monsters. Some say they come from beyond the scar in the sea, but I believe they come from below. Now, they come in 3 varieties. There are the corruptors, professionally known as the profani, pardon. These are the ones that are said to pervert magic, to turn it a jaundiced yellow that responds not to those who otherwise would control it. That one that she had described, it looks like a robe with a hood, but nothing underneath. The robe ends in just tattered edges, much higher than it should, as though the thing is maybe just a head with tattered cloth around it. That's the corruptors, the profani. The most common are the bloodletters. She turns around and looks at you with like a little conspiratorial glance towards Ragna. The fighters call them leeches. They use these horribly spiked clubs and blades to inflict wounds that bleed and will not stop. And this looks like just a muscular humanoid figure with stretched skin and then basically no skin over the front or top of its face. And then, yes, she draws it with a sword that has curved spikes coming off of the front in horrible ways. Finally, the Bone Breakers. Huge, grisly metal masks concealing gods know what. Largely immodestly dressed, but they use enormous clubs and hammers that are the size of, well, me. And then she draws like, this one I'm imagining if you've played Resident Evil 4, the thing called the Garrador, the like blinded thing with the Wolverine claws. From the chest up, it's covered in metal armor. From there down, basically nothing except thin pants, and then a huge 2-handed club. But the Bonebreaker specifically, proportionally, is built like a dwarf, wide and stout. And then she like puts the chalk down in the rack underneath the board and steps back and looks at what she's done. Where do they come from? There are many stories. What do they want? There are almost none. One of the grand mysteries of Bolera, I suppose, but one that this tower concerns itself not with.
So you don't know what they want or where they came from?
Well, they're difficult to study as we've never seen one.
So how do you know that they exist?
Because magic exists.
And so why is it heretical to claim that they are in the towers?
How could they be in the towers?
Has anybody checked?
Yes, Thrum's trusted forces patrol almost weekly.
Well, has anybody checked the ruin, the fallen tower?
I mean, that's the one that Nathaniel was claiming is
full of stalkers, yes.
Yeah, are coming from. But they're saying that that's heresy.
Yes, Thrum has battle mages positioned and searching the wreckage for valuable and salvageable and perhaps the secret behind the fallen star itself.
Is it possible the stalkers are cloaking themselves? They are made of magic.
Can everybody see them?
Well, they're not ghosts, but could they cloak themselves? Very interesting.
Can I investigate a mystery? I kind of want to get a vibe check on Ringlet.
Excellent. Roll vibe check.
Is that investigate or read about situation?
I would call it read a bad situation.
I mean, it's the same.
Well, it's the same stat no matter what, but you get more questions. My basic understanding, and I can't remember if I've said it out loud on mic in this particular campaign, is that investigate a mystery is when you are like...
stopping to intently investigate something.
Yes, when you have a glut of time to do research.
Yeah.
Read about situation is when you are trying to take information in quickly, which does mean it's a little bit silly that you get more questions with the second one. But who am I? Monster Dad?
Mostly just because you allow us to ask any questions.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 7, and I am wondering, like, is she trustworthy? Because I want to share with her what I saw, but I don't want to be thrown in the magic cube.
That is not a question that I can answer.
Fuck you.
You would have no way of knowing that.
So, if I could get some clarification, Councilwoman. Also, by the way, and I'm going to extend my hand, my name is Sutton. Thank you for speaking with us between, I'm guessing, lectures.
She'll, look at your hand, unclear why you've put it there. Right, yes. And take it in a handshake.
Sorry, do you guys not shake hands?
It has been a long time.
Oh, well, okay, so you said that these stalkers are hard to study because no one has ever seen them. But so I don't understand or follow how you know they exist. Are there firsthand accounts of people who have engaged with them? You have all this information, and yet nobody has seen them?
They are in the books. Many very old books, but I have read them all.
Okay, and you've not seen them before?
Where would I have seen them? I've been in the tower. You had asked a question earlier off Mike Sutton that I want you to ask now, or have asked a minute ago, that you wanted to know if Jack and Robert had seen them as well. Do you not want to ask that anymore?
No, I do, but I was specifically wanted to be like, hey, look out there. Do you see anything?
There would not be a window in this room at all.
Yeah.
It's just a big lecture hall.
Ragna, have you ever seen a stalker? You must have seen more combat than Councilwoman.
She looks down at her scarless body and then looks at both of her unremoved arms. I've not had the pleasure.
So, okay, let me just get this straight. What exactly is heretical about claiming that there are stalkers in there? Is this some affront to a god somehow? I'm confused. Or just by claiming that they exist, that is heresy in itself? She has family members who are lawyers. She is literally trying to unravel this legal case that he is a
Love it.
Yeah.
If I could maybe clarify what my friend is asking, why is it considered a prophecy and not just hey, you might be in danger?
Ringlet's gonna almost flinch, in surprise at this question, and then look at Ragna, who will just shake her head and go, "Say, folk." Well, and then she will stand behind the broad podium behind which she had been doing her lecture and go into teaching mode, which makes her straighten up and literally appear a few inches taller. In your cities, in your palaces, you have buildings and walls which are made merely of bricks, and these function to keep out that which would attack you. Blades, warriors, jars of pitch. These bricks can repel those invasions. She reaches behind her and puts a hand on the wall. These bricks are much the same, but for a separate category of incursion. You may have noticed they are of an odd color to you, not naturally appearing in grounded stone. It would be simply impossible for stalkers, should they exist, to breach these walls, and then she'll hold a hand out, potentially in the direction of the fallen tower, or those ones. Simply not possible.
Why?
Well,
You're a woman of science, aren't you? Or magic science?
the way cannot be broken in. She's I think she's getting a little frustrated, and then she'll gesture at Sutton and be like, "It's like how you have to be invited."
I don't understand where you're coming from.
If in one of your cities, the gates are thrown open and the attackers are allowed in, this is the only way they could breach those walls. It is much the same for stalkers.
I'm gonna say something that's a little provocative to her, but I'm hoping it will maybe get her on our side a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you this, Ringlet. You're constantly learning new things about magic, right? your scope of, and I think she gestures to like the lecture that of all of the plants and stuff that she was like talking about that is like a very earth, like human type thing.
Mm-hmm.
This type of stuff seems like some sort of new development that maybe isn't taught elsewhere. You're constantly learning and accepting new things. So maybe, just maybe, your concept of what the Stalkers are capable of is not fully formed. Maybe you need to open up your imagination to the possibilities of what magic is capable of. Something that, as, you know, the esteemed professor that you are, I'm sure you can appreciate.
I think a book hovers behind your head and goes, easy. Roll manipulate someone.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
What does your special do?
For luck special, someone from my past will reappear in my life soon. Probably not right now, but maybe next mystery.
I love that so much. Okay.
So yeah, kind of what my intent was with this Jonny. I'm trying to get her on our side to expand the boundaries of her imagination. You know what? It's like appealing to like a scientist. You have to be open to being wrong and to like maybe realizing that like your knowledge that you know now is not the entirety of knowledge. Like it can expand beyond that, especially with magic. There's so much that you probably don't know, and that's like one of the rules of being as like a scientist or being an intellectual is to understand that like there's more to what you don't know.
I love this so much. This is so perfect. This is very perfect. The more you talk about this, the more you see she's fiddling with her wagon wheel amulet.
Yeah.
She might jump on board, forget what you and she were talking about, and be like, precisely, that's exactly why the road mages were founded, to go out into the world and bring knowledge out, but also to capture it and deliver it back, because there are so many things that we in this tower are speaking to ourselves, reading and rereading the same books.
Mm-hmm.
And if the towers cannot be breached, then how did the fallen star fall in the first place?
It is quite the puzzle. You know, the pursuit of knowledge is a noble cause, and I think if you could maybe vouch for us, we can maybe put that question of these stalkers to rest one way or another, and perhaps get our friend out.
You wish to investigate the Fallen Star Tower?
Some of us here have magical abilities. Perhaps we could find something that would answer this question.
She's going to immediately and almost involuntarily give Robert an extremely patronizing look.
I'll have you know, I'm pretty good with the nunchucks. It's no blade, but it'll do it.
Wonderful. How wonderful for you.
So, if we investigate the Fallen Star Tower, you will release our compatriot?
She cocks her head. This is an interesting idea. If you could provide a third-party account of the Fallen Star Tower, see for yourselves that there truly is nothing there, well, then the boy would simply be a liar.
And if we find that there is something there?
If you find there is something there, well, then you'd better come back with an army.
Can we get some assistance going in? You wouldn't want the blood of 3 passerbys on your hands, would you?
Well, I suppose your choices would be... Throm could certainly send a detachment of battle mages. Then there's Midden and her private army. I use the term loosely, of course. Well, she was the one who voted with Dexus not to imprison himself, I suppose. Slightly out of favor among the tower.
Maybe you could come with us.
Both she and Ragnar will crack up at that suggestion. Oh, yes. I shall fly into battle.
I was thinking perhaps you could be more in an advisory capacity. I mean, after all, if there's nothing there, then what do you have to worry about?
I do suppose none of you has very good draftsman's hands.
You see these robes? I could use the assistance.
A mentor, if you could say, and you clearly know a lot about stalkers, that if we encountered one, if you saw one, I'm assuming great fame would come to you?
When's the last time anyone written in those books you've read about them? Could be you next.
Sutton and Robert, I want someone to roll manipulate someone and someone to roll help out.
I do manipulate because I have a +2. Is that cool, Drew?
I have +3 manipulate.
Okay. I have +1 to help out.
Yeah.
You do charm.
11.
I rolled a 4.
Excellent. What had you been trying to explain, Sutton? That she would be famous?
That she could gain notoriety and fame for being possibly the first person to see a stalker or report on one.
And Robert, I think, was sort of saying, like, you could add something to those books. How long has there been something new?
Yeah.
They're very different approaches.
Yeah.
I think all that means is you don't help and you're in trouble. And the trouble is just going to be she's going to look at you sharply and be like, if I make such a claim and I'm mistaken, I will be taken for even more of a fool than I already am. She straightens her robes, adjusts her wagon wheel amulet. I have decided. I shall come with you, but I do mean no offense. You are ill-equipped for even the most modest of threats in the Split River. We would require a retinue. And I think Ragnar will say, Tower mages are strictly off limits. We'd either need leave from Lord Throm or support from Medden's private guard.
What about you, Ragnar?
She's gonna look at you extremely charmed.
I'm sure you could handle yourself with arms like those.
An axe like that?
The vibe I want to give you, and I think you would probably, I'm gonna not make you roll on this because I do think, Robert, you would pick up on it right away. This is maybe the first nice thing a mage has said to her. Like the idea that you are like, I bet you could do stuff, is unprecedentedly touching to her. You know what? Throm can go sit on his lunch. I'll be your guard.
And I'm sure you'll be the best one we could ever ask for. I bet you've slain many of things with an axe like that.
She'll clap a huge hand onto your shoulder and be like, you better hope, because I'm the only one you're likely to get.
Do we still need to petition the other councilwoman for their force as well?
You could.
Okay. What was the other person's name?
Midden. Midden.
I feel like the more the merrier, better safe than sorry. Err on the side of safety.
Then I'm just going to push forward to that. You are brought to a very small, sparsely decorated office. On all 3 of the interior walls, about every 2 feet, there's some kind of thing that looks like a glass-encased trophy, which is to say, on either of the side walls, there are 5 things, and on the back walls, there are 10 things. That's the size. That's a little word math problem for you. In the center, at an ornate, carved, perfectly black, shiny desk, behind it is sitting a stunning older woman.
On like a scale of 1 to 10.
I mean, I suppose it depends on who you are, but I'd say 9. Her hair is like woven in these odd patterns of braids that seem impossible. As you approach, she's sort of bent over some kind of scroll looking at it, and you could swear that there's a perfect right angle in one of her braids. But as she shifts and sort of tucks some loose hair behind her ear, it seems to shift and it isn't anymore. And she looks up at you and she has these green eyes, shining emeralds, but also deep, rich forest grass. And her face definitely shows her age, but she wears it very well. The things across her desk seem to be seemingly workaday forms, but you can see troop movements, I think, stacked on top of each other. And she looks across all of you and she comes to rest specifically on Ragnar. Well, and Ragnar will look back at you guys and look up to Midden. These lot request a retinue to investigate the Fallen Star Tower. And she just looks at Ragnar. She looks at Ringlet. And then she looks at the 3 of you. She scans Robert's robes up and down. She does the anime tenting of her fingers in front of her face. Why?
Sutton's gonna bump Robert forward. Hopefully I can use that as a help out later.
That'll work. Here's what I'm gonna do. I want to know what you say. I want you to roll manipulate someone. I want Sutton to roll help out.
Why, we're looking for your assistance with going to this tower. We're curious if you could could help us.
To do what? She purrs.
Did we learn what exactly this person's position was?
So she is another of the councilwomen.
Mhm.
She's the only one who voted not to imprison Dexus, and by extension, likely the only one who voted not to imprison Nathaniel.
We're looking to help our friend Naphta get out of the cube, and we're hoping that you can help us investigate the tower.
So you believe his... She flutters her fingers in odd, sarcastic air quotes. Heresy that Lord Throm knows slightly less than everything?
We believe that Naphta might have seen something in that tower. And, I think it's within our best interest and anybody who lives in this tower's best interest to see whether or not that's true.
Ringlet is going to step forward and do that thing where she holds her shoulders up and thrusts her fists down. And the vibe she is giving off is that she is intimidated. And she's going to say very quickly a version of what Jack had said to her. It is the function of the tourist magi to engage in never-ending quest for knowledge, and it is antithetical to our very mission and our very existence upon this earth for us to decide that there is a wall over which we cannot cross and a thing with we must not engage.
You tell him, sister.
Very well said.
And Midden will clap her hands precisely once. Very well said indeed. I and mine will be at your back. Executive producer Jonny Grubb. This has been Channels, featuring
Miah as Sutton Malone.
Drew as Robert V. Slaughter.
Lauren as Jack Harrow.
and Jonny as literally everybody else. Channels is a production of the Monstrous Playbook. Miah is our producer and engineer, Lauren and Miah are our editors, and our theme song is by me, Jonny. If you like this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find the Monsters Playbook on the social media network that resonates with you. We post on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and Blue Sky, and we hang out on Discord. If you just can't get enough of the Monsters Playbook, you can join us on Patreon, where you'll find blooper reels, exclusive merch and miniseries, and NPC side stories. We'll see you next episode where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening.
Can I help out since I'm also
Sure.
asking? I rolled an 8, so that would boost.
What?
That would boost. That would boost Roger. That would boost Robert to a 10.
New inside joke unlocked. I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry, John distracted me.
Stop booping Roger.
No, boop it to a 10. Did you say boop or did you say boob? Because I heard boob.
Oh, I heard boop.
Okay.
I definitely heard boob.
Because I was trying to do bump.
I refuse to have heard boob because this is an adventure podcast for grown-ups.
Yeah, you think there isn't nudity?